This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 8 and verse 8. It says, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need required. Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone, which Ruel. And I want to give up peace, greetings, and salutations to all the elect Akim that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity, throughout the four corners of the earth, and the brothers that's not wavering in their faith, being diligent in his truth. I say shalom to you brothers, and I say shalom, to the few sisters that believe in all meekness and humbleness. I say shalom. I'm your brother Zakaria from GMS Miami Camp. And Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, Adonai Ratazah, that means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, My lesson today, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, is going to be basically on despise not the discourse of the wise and miss not the discourse of the elders, all right? Because the Lord said he's going to set up pastors according to his heart. I'll get it. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15. It says, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right. Starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right. The Lord set them up. All right. Which the Lord set up, starting with Elder Abba Bivens. All right. In the late, in the late 60s. All right. Going to the 70s all the way down to now. All right. Now the heads are the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right. And the Lord set them up to feed us with knowledge and understanding. All right. The true breakdowns. All right. How to govern yourself. How to walk in his life. And how to serve Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. So we're not supposed to miss the discourse of the elders. All right. Different orders come down. All right. You don't want to miss that. All right, you're supposed to be locked in. You're not going to watch all the videos. All right, but you're supposed to watch. All right, it's impossible to watch all the videos of all the brothers. All right, but you try to watch the apostles and elders, man. All right, because they the ones who the Lord set up. All right, this is the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 7 says, but unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Hamashiach. Wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts unto men. All right. So the Lord, he gave gifts unto men. All right. Different, there's severability. All right. Different portion of the spirit. All right. Verse 9, it says, now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. Verse 11, and he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. So the Lord set up different offices to build up the elect, to push this word, this one doctrine. All right, verse 13, till we all come to the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, which is Yahushua, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Hamashiach. All right, till we all come to the unity of the faith. Who's that? The elect. All right. For the perfection of the saints, the Lord set up prophets, evangelists, apostles first, teachers. All right. Verse 14, Ephesians 4 and 14, that we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. All right. So you're not supposed to be tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine. That's why the Lord set up the apostles and elders to cut those doctrines. Let me get that. This is the book of Ephesians, First Corinthians chapter 4. In verse 9, it says, "For I think that the Most High, Yahweh, have set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men." Continue, verse 10. It says, "We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." So the Lord said, "For I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last." All right. Why? Because they're going to break down these different strongholds. Stronghold. Probably separate strong. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds." And that's what apostles and elders do. All right, and the men with this doctrine, you pull down strongholds, those different wind of doctrines. All right, the sleight of men, the trickery. All right. Verse 5, it says, "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach." So we cast down imaginations. All right. That's why it's important to miss not the discourse of the elders. All right. Because why? We shall learn understanding and to give answer as need required. So you always want to be in a loop. All right. This is the book of Sirach. Bear with me. I'm just rolling through the Spirit, Lord, when it's edifying. All right, before I get that, Sirach, let me get this. Go back to the blue letter. This is the book of Hebrews. This book of Hebrews. Actually, let me get this. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17. It says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor. That's why we say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17 says, "Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine." So there's one doctrine. All right. I believe it's Hebrews chapter 1. Oh, Hebrews 13. Hebrews chapter 13. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, "But to do good and communicate, forget not, for such sacrifices the Most High is well pleased. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that might give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you." So we got to obey them and have rule over us, and submit ourselves, for they watch for our souls. All right. So we got to remember that. All right. See if there's another one in this. All right, that was it. Okay, so I'm about to go to this Sirach, and I'll close out on this Sirach right quick. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, and verse 32. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 32 says, "My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught." So it's all about being taught. All right, we're students. All right. All right. It says, my son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. That's why the Lord said it is better to hear. Let me get that. I believe is in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High. All right. And be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. All right. So it's better to listen. And that's the fundamental. All right. That's one of the basics you're supposed to be ready to hear. So it says, talk not much. Yeah. Elders. I believe it's in Sirach. It says, talk not much. All right. So you better basically, I'm going into how we supposed to, be more ready to hear. Oh yeah, come, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 14. Sirach chapter 7 verse 14. It says, use not many words in the multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest. So all right, so when you're in the midst of elders, not use many words. Listen, hearken, and make not much babbling when thou prayest. All right, get straight to the point. So back at Sirach chapter 6. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 32 again. It says, my son, if thou will, thou shalt be taught, and if thou will apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders, and cleave unto him that is wise. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. If thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. Let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandment. He shall establish thy heart, and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. So hey, be more ready to hear. All right, listen and follow. All right. As the scripture says, mark the perfect man, for the end of the man is peace. Talking to myself first and foremost, being more locked in. The book of Psalm chapter 37, verse 37, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. All right. So, got to watch the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right. More, be more locked in. All right. Hearken unto the orders more. All right. And follow the way that they're moving. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai. All right, so Lord, when this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechakodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone, Ruel, and I want to give peace, greetings, and salutations to all the elect Akim that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Hey, Shalom, Akim, keep pushing, keep doing. Shalom.